Welcome, everybody, to the Pavlov VRML Season 12 NA Finals. My name is Nightfire with two E's, and I am joined by my co-caster, the infamous Yellow Hat. Yellow, how are you doing this afternoon? We got a big matchup, the finals, UpRyZe and Black Ice coming up.
Yes, sir. It's going to be one heck of a match. Both of these teams are absolutely fantastic. We got Black Ice, who currently are in second place this season. You know, they're runner-up last season. They're looking to get their stars tonight. Comprised of a lot of great players. You see them playing matchmaking every single day. They're grinding, all of them just fantastic players. And then on the other side, we've got UpRyZe, who are, you know, kind of the underdogs in this situation. Currently plays 10th right now, but comprised of a lot of great players, both old and new. You know, we got Explosion, Cobra, and Flame and Yan all played, way back in the day. And then we got some newer players like Roxy, Clouded, and Raid coming in. And then, yeah, I mean, both these teams comprise of really good players. You know, they're both grinding like crazy. UpRyZe, you know, defeated DEF CON in the quarter for semifinals. And then Black Ice taking and defeating the Mages, which both of those teams were actually insane. Mages, being they are pretty much all ex-Solstice players who placed third last season. And then, DEF CON, kind of an offshoot of, DEF CON, who's been, used to be Arctic, and then had some Vortex players in there. So, I mean, all these players that you see in these, semifinals and finals games are just absolutely outstanding. So, you know it's going to be a good match no matter what.
Yeah, and we are right into the action this afternoon. I do think we were missing game audio, but hopefully that's been solved now as we do get into round one, already unfolding. Multiple dead and Roxy alone in the pistol set. These teams eager to get into our North American finals this afternoon. We have no time, no chance to drum up the hype over here. We just get right into the Pavlov NA finals, and Roxy's trying to clutch a 1v2 as they swing out for Winner, looking for those shots. They have Winner tucked in, they drop down, and it's a 1-for-1 fight back and forth, and Winner's the winner. They'll take is that our team's right? UpRyZe goes up 1-0?
Yeah, that's Black Ice. So Black Ice starting on CT, and then UpRyZe starting on T side. Yeah, Winner just making really good use of bench there. Went Armor and Beretta there, actually, which is not as common of a combo, but, if you got Armor, you're taking a lot of those small caliber rounds on pistol rounds a lot more, so it's gonna resist the Tech 9 a little bit more. So Winner just making use of that. And so now we're gonna see Black Ice anti-eco in a little bit. We got a couple umps, a pump shotgun, we see the AR9, which is a newer weapon that got added to the game, and then Afterthought, of course, on the M4 there, and then UpRyZe all on a Deagle save. So they're just trying to make sure that their economy there is all in check. And so it's looking like UpRyZe are going to take this pretty slow. We have some action going on in mid. Afterthought actually getting tagged twice by a Deagle there, so he's not going to be able to peek mid, although Dank is right around the corner with the pump shotgun ready to go. Winner also looking there, but it's looking like UpRyZe have rotated over to the apartments there, and they are making footsteps, so Dank is going to be calling that out. Sheer getting the first pick with the UMP, the moneymaker on Roxy there. Yeah, so the UMP going to be the main anti-eco weapon, gives $800 a kill, which is more than any other gun in the game. So it's the most common anti-eco weapon that you see here. Anti-eco meaning that these weapons kill a little bit faster against unarmored players versus armored, and they're cheaper and they give way more money. So only 35 seconds left. Explosion is going to be going back towards B. No damage done on Sheer there, so no trade off really, and it's looking like they are just gonna walk to contact on B and just try to go get this bomb plant. I mean, that gives $500 for everybody there. Sheer picking off another one, getting an explosion there, and he's looking for more. Takes a third, gets a fourth, and Dank comes in with the pump shotgun, cleaning it up. The bead push completely stopped there. Black Ice up 2-0 right now.
That is one way to swing themselves into a nice, comfortable early lead. And we get our first full buy round coming through. The eco round last time coming in from UpRyZe, but they'll be bringing their full force of rifles to the defense this time. And well, curious to see if we are going to get a shift A site or if B is going to continue to be the play for this offense, as it does seem like B is going to continue to be the play. Why change what works, Yellow? I suppose exactly. B keeps working for them. They found it 2 times in a row. Let's send it for a third.
Yeah, man, it's usually common with a lot of these teams, if it doesn't work in the eco round, no worries. We're gonna try it with rifles, and it's looking like Spitfire is just trying to bait some footsteps here. Dank's actually gonna be able to hear him through the wall, but with only Spitfire making steps, perhaps Dank thinks, oh hey, this is just a lurk. They're not actually gonna commit B or anything here. But lo and behold, Spitfire's got the entire force of UpRyZe behind him as they're just walking to contact, and Shear's actually going to see him as they cross the second window. So Roxy getting tagged up a little bit. Shear, though, getting tagged up a lot. Roxy getting the first pick on a Dank with a well-placed AK headshot. Gets bench control. Sylvia Cobra taking out Shear, but Afterthought getting that trade. 3 versus 4 retake for Black Ice now. Afterthought picking up another one, denying that bomb plant even. And so Raid getting tagged up a lot, and UpRyZe is pretty much all 3 of them have less than 100 HP there between all 3 of them. So Afterthought picking up a third there onto Roxy. Going to be throwing a flashbang once again. I mean, they haven't planted just yet. Explosion. Afterthought getting the 4th. Carl able to pick up the 5th, and just like that, Black Ice cleanup yet again.
This is a best of 5. As a reminder, this series we got potentially 5 maps to get into this afternoon, and well, it could be just 3 if Black Ice are going to come in this strong, out the gate 3-0. And I mean, I'm not sure. I don't have the in-depth knowledge of maps, right? I've been really just kind of coming in almost fresh to Pavlov since many years ago, and I've had a great time over this postseason. But I've learned very clearly that some maps are offensive based and some are defensive based. Yeah. Is this one that more lends itself to defense?
I would definitely say so. I mean, I think one of the biggest changes you've seen as of recent is that smokes got reworked a little bit, so they're way more effective than they used to be. They used to be client-sided, actually, so sometimes you'd have a situation where you'd see a person in the smoke, and as I'm explaining that, it's looking like Shear picks up a kill and Raid gets that trade. They find Afterthought in never mind. Dank picks up a frag kill, and Afterthought able to pick up Sylvia Cobra there. Spitfire, though, does get the pick onto Afterthought, and now is a 2 versus 3 situation, but Explosion is actually lurking on the other side of the map. Oh. Spitfire does get taken out, though, as he tries to get the bomb, and Explosion gets some shots off, but now is actually over. It looks like in spawn right now. He was trying to lurk over to A, get some attention over there, trying to maybe stop a rotate from happening, but with the bomb drop down on B, it's looking like either Explosion's going to go for it or he's just going to wind up saving. But anyways, going back to it, Mirage is definitely more of a defender-sided map. Explosion picking up 1. Still has the health to do this. Paro gets tagged up a lot. Dank probably telling him to stop peeking. Explosion does pick up the 2nd kill. Now looking for the 3rd. 15 seconds. Does he check behind him? No, he doesn't. Dank able to pick up the kill. Saves Black Ice yet again. 4-0 for Black Ice. They are coming in strong, and their economy is looking great. The economy over on UpRyZe, though, they are kind of struggling a bit, but they are still going to be able to buy AKs and armor with a little bit of util. Explosion's got a couple smokes. Roxy with a couple flashes. Spitfire with a flash as well. So they're going to make use of every little piece of util that they have here. So, yeah, Black Ice coming in strong so far.
No kidding. 4-0 out the gate. Definitely a lot of momentum in their favor. But, again, with a game like this where you have the opportunity to also attack, when you swap sides halfway through the set, we could see that complete comeback. And so it really is just a matter of, in the UpRyZe's case, continuing to trying to get 1 or 2 points even on the board so that when we swap sides, if they put on a perfect defensive set, then they would ultimately be the winners. So it really is just a matter of putting a little bit of a crack into the defensive shell, so to speak. That could be what gets them a map win. And so while it certainly doesn't look good as an early 4-0 lead coming in here for Black Ice, UpRyZe definitely got to stay focused, got to keep trying to get through this. They're fighting. You look at the KDs, a couple of kills coming through with Roxy, Explosion, and Raid, all finding some kills over the course of these last 4 rounds. But just not quite enough as Shear's here to defend that rotation, and a site push is coming.
Yeah, as we say that, but Winner and Shear both picking up kills. What's his name? Spire did get a kill. Winner, though, getting Sylvia Cobra there, and Explosion and Raid both stuck there on Tetris. Winner trying to get some more kills there, trying to get the damage onto Raid, but Raid manages to get out. Parl is looking over right towards Explosion, I believe, knows he's there. He can kind of see his gun, gets his helmet actually, but Explosion able to get the kill. Now is literally 1 shot to anything at this point. 8 seconds left, though. Does
The
the
push,
one.
the double, no.
Almost
So
double
close.
kill there. But another thing to note, so you mentioned UpRyZe trying to make a comeback. So you'll notice that all of them have at least 4,200 right now. So
Yep.
one thing about the Pavlov economy is that there's what's called the blue shell effect, where if you keep losing rounds in a row, you actually get more money per round. So you'll start at only getting 1,500 round, or 1,500 if you lose round one, but then it jumps up to 2,200, then 2,600, and 3,200. So but if you lose 4 rounds in a row, you're basically getting the same amount of money as if you won the round. And then if you lose 5 rounds in a row, you're actually getting 4,200. So they are on max loss bonus at this point. So they can just continue to force buy rifles and armor all the time, trying to see if it makes it work. And just like that, Soviet Cobra are going to be opening it up, getting the pick on winner. But Carl is on triple here, pushes through the smoke, gets one, but Soviet Cobra able to get the trade. Spitfire trying to go for the plant, planted for A main. Dank looking for the frag there. It's a 3 versus 4 retake for Black Ice here with 37 seconds left on the bomb. They see Cobra in a palace there. Dank still trying to look for some kills here. Flashbang does come in. Black Ice still have a lot of util. They also have clippers, so they can take a lot of time. Afterthought actually on the flank there, picks up Cobra, throws a frag there, gets spotted out by Raid. Raid, though, does pick up Afterthought. Sheer picks up Spitfire. Raid picks up another one, picking up Sheer. And now it's Dank, who accidentally kills himself with a nade.
Oh, my goodness.
That's actually going to screw up his ego. You see, he only has $1,500 there because you actually lose $3,200 for committing suicide or getting an accidental team kill. So it's really punishing if you do that. So unfortunately,
wow.
Yeah, that does screw up Dank's eco. And they're up 5-1. So that's just crazy how punishing it is. But, UpRyZe getting their first round there with a well-timed A execute, and they are looking to go over towards B this time. Or actually, they're reconsidering. They're going over towards A. Explosion making that call. Hey, we're going to go A. It worked for us. Maybe 1 or 2 go over towards B just to try to, get some attention there. And so Dank will be the first one to be hearing these footsteps. Sheer going to be the first one to actually see any of these players, but actually, as they say that, it's looking like Explosion and Spitfire are getting the attention on an A. That does bring Sheer off maybe a little early for that call. Actually, they rotate off. Parl, though, does get the frag kill onto Explosion. Winner taking a lot of damage as well. Spitfire returns with a frag, getting the kill onto Winner, trying to look for more. Gets spotted out by Parl, and the rotate has come in. I mean, UpRyZe have sold this A push, and just like that, Spitfire and Sheer actually trading out. And UpRyZe should accelerate this B take, as nobody from Black Ice is even on the defense at this point. But they're just walking, they're taking it steady. Parl going to be the first one to read this rotate here, but I think too little too late, as they are going to have some control here. So the bomb is going to go down. UpRyZe are going to get the plant, and we're going to be in a 3-on-3 retake. Cobra has control of Van there, which is a huge position. Raid, I think, loses his helmet there. Gets down to a quarter. Roxy, though, picks up Dank. Carl gets taken out as well. Afterthought now in a 1 versus 3. Takes him out. 1 versus 2 now. Roxy with a crossfire. Afterthought getting Roxy now in a 1 versus 1. Doesn't have the util, but has plenty of time with 20 seconds. Actually finds the Clippers there. That could be huge if Cobra doesn't read this. Afterthought going to be able to reposition to a head peek there.
They have to fight. Cobra's going to peek out. They're almost connected. He doesn't find the headshot. Time's ticking down, and there's the final kill to connect, and it's going to be a second point for UpRyZe. And if anything, they really are, again, just getting that foot in the door right now. When we swap sides, eventually, when we get to that halfway point in this map, it'll be UpRyZe's turn to defend, and they have a little bit of wiggle room now. If they put up a perfect defensive series, they've got themselves the map. So the comeback is very much in their minds right now. Momentum, honestly, in UpRyZe's favor off of a 2-round in a row win streak. And look at the economy now. Actually, it seems to be in shambles for Black Guys.
Yeah, I mean, you see Parl's on a FAMAS, which is more of a force buy rifle. It's only $2,300 as opposed to the $2,700 M4. Plus, it's also kind of a weaker weapon. It's good up close, but loses a little bit of damage at range. And then Dank is over on the G3, which is the defender side equivalent of the AK-47. Shoots slower, but is a one-tap to the face no matter what, whereas the M4... it does take off the helmet, but isn't a one-hit headshot, but shoots much faster and is way more consistent. But anyways, we see the full A push coming in. Parl hiding in dark. The question is, anybody going to check? Parl gets the 1 kill with the FAMAS. but Cobra gets the refrag. Afterthought trading him out as well. Raid picking up winner. Now is a 3 versus 3. This would be a very important round for either team to win here as we're going into the final round of the first half. Spitfire able to get that bomb plant. Peeks out, and Afterthought able to punish him for it. 3 versus 2. Explosion hiding in Sandwich, and then Raid hiding on Tetris there. 35 seconds left of the round. Afterthought going to be clearing here. Explosion gets the flick. Bang, though, getting the refrag, and Sheer able to pick up Raid. Black Ice able to successfully retake the bomb site. They're going to be able to pick up guns, and that was a very important round for them to win. That brings it up 6-2 going into the last round of the first half.
A battle is what we are in for here this afternoon, I think. Let's take a look at the KDs this afternoon. Double digits for Sheer and Afterthought, but again, they're on that CT side. Admit arguably the side that has a bit of an advantage. 6 kills apiece coming in from Explosion. CO, what, you've been calling them who?
Soviet Cobra.
Cobra.
Yeah,
okay,
that's just the game's aggressive censorship system. It censors Soviet and it censors Bra. How about that?
Okay. Well, now we know why we got CO there as the abbreviation, and definitely, yeah, that helps out on my understanding there. Is winner now going to be the first line of defense against what seems to be an A-site setup coming in from UpRyZe. It worked for them twice so far this set. Why not go for it a third time when you've got the full buy?
Yeah, I mean, the utility on both teams looking great. I mean, Black Ice, all of them have clips, all of them have double flashes, and a couple of them have frags and retake smokes. Same thing with UpRyZe, and we're seeing the executes come out now. Smoke goes down on the stairs. Pretty standard stuff going on. Actually, the smoke does miss, but smacking smoke is kind of there, kind of not, you know. That's the interesting part about VR is it's harder to place util versus, you know, playing something like Counter-Strike. Ooh, winner with a nice headshot on the Cobra and Firebox there to open things up. Spitfire actually pushing through. Winner gets Spitfire. Afterthought picking up the 3rd kill, and now it's Raid versus 4, who's stuck in Palace and has to try to cross. Afterthought getting killed by Raid, but Raid loses his helmet, and just like that, Black Ice shut that down, making it 7-2 in the first half. And we're going to swap sides now. So the second pistol round is among us. So having a look at the loadouts here. So one thing that has changed about Pavlov recently is with the UE5 update, the weapons have been factioned off. So both sides don't have the Glock. Both sides don't have the Tech. So we see 4 Tech 9s and a 5.7 on Black Ice, and then we see over on UpRyZe we got 4 Glocks and Spitfire rocking the Beretta armor package, so he's gonna be able to soak up some bullets there, at least from all the Tech 9s. The 5.7, the one thing about it is that it does have 100% armor pen, meaning that it doesn't matter whether somebody's got Kevlar or not. They're gonna just be able to go right through that no matter what. So the very nice market smoke there. Actually perfectly blocks off the market sight line, and it's going to force Raid to actually swap over. Flash does go out. Winner going to be pushing through, but they are walking into an UpRyZe stack here. Unbeknownst to them, Spitfire gets the first headshot, takes the second one with it, but Afterthought trades. Parl takes out Soviet Cobra. Sheer taking out Raid there. Now it's a 3 versus 2. Black Ice are going to have control of the site here, but Explosion's already on the flank. Sheer going to be
Explosion almost catches Sheer there in the push coming in from the Explosion Roxy duo. Now just the Explosion solo and a 1v3 with the bomb planted already and ticking down. Full HP on Winner and Parl practically with Sheer. Just a slice there, an Explosion on less than half health. Needs to pop the head and then find some big headshots to find this full clutch with 19 seconds now. I mean, there's no point in ecoing here, right? They should be pushing out for this.
Yeah, he's just going to go for it, but 13 seconds left. He does not have a lot of time. In fact, I don't think he even has enough time. Winner's going to peek. Sheer's going to peek as well. Explosion might be able to pick up Sheer, but now it gets crossfired by Parl. So that's one thing to note. So the Glock is super good up close because it's the only burst pistol, and it makes it really easy to just snag a headshot and do a lot of damage. But the Tech 9 is just so superior at range, and you saw that in that fight between Explosion and Sheer. Sheer had the clear advantage there because he had the Tech 9 and, you know, was able to really just lay down the firepower at range and just have a little bit more accuracy. But anyways, going into the second round here, we see Explosion actually buying a UMP, the rest on Deagles, and we have AKs all on Black Ice and Sheer with the AK Mini, which is actually a very good choice here because it just shreds unarmored players. But actually leave A site completely open. UpRyZe actually going to be gambling. Excuse me. So Black Ice going to have A for free here, and this would be an interesting retake with only Deagles and a couple of UMPs. Spitfire gets immediately taken out. Afterthought holding down the line there at Ticket Booth. Roxy gets tagged up a lot. Raid actually picking up Afterthought with the UMP there, netting himself $800 on that kill. Winner picking up Roxy. Winner picking up another headshot with the AK. Explosion. Oh, the knife almost getting Explosion. But both helmets off on Winner. And Dang comes in and finishes it off. 9-2 for Black Ice. They're one round away from victory, but this is a rifle round for both teams. So anything can happen. We see 3 M4s coming up. Explosion probably gonna be on a Deagle and some utility here with that UMP buy. And Spitfire rocking the P90. Interesting choice there. It does actually kind of shred unarmored players, but we'll see how it does against armor. We see the smokes coming in right away. A couple missed smokes, but a couple of them did hit. Afterthought just immediately shutting that down. Gets stairs control. Raid, though, does pick up Afterthought. Bomb is going to get planted for a main. 4 versus 4 retake here. UpRyZe actually having the health advantage here. Soviet Cobra looking for the kills there.
The full push is coming in. The whole team on the retake. Shears will catch one as they do cross their line of sight. They're still tucked in tight and waiting for this push to be fully applied as Roxy now is almost caught out in the middle there between 2 defenders. Parle, Winner, everyone barreling down on this defense as they try and retake here, and Explosion not having any success on the eco round. This is going to be map number 1 going into the hands of Black Ice, and they end it with a knife kill to the throat to get their map 1 victory.
All right, 10-2 Black Ice winning map number 1. I mean, they're well practiced on Mirage. I mean, kind of looking at the stats, I'll pull them up real quick, but I mean, having played against them and with them on Mirage, I mean, they are quite the team to play on that map. So pulling them up right now, the Mirage record, I mean, they played it 5 times, won it 3 times. So actually kind of one of, comparatively speaking, they have a couple maps with a 75% and 100% win rate. So we might see some of those maps come out. Going back to UpRyZe, they have played Mirage 3 times, only won it once. So it makes sense that that was a pick, but yeah, good job to Black Ice for game number 1 there, winning it 10-2 in swift fashion. So we will be waiting for game number 2 in the meantime. So what are your kind of takeaways from that, coming back, seeing how Pavlov has changed a bit? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a great fight there. Very clearly, Black Ice very confident in the plays that they're executing. They work very well together. You can see all of that utility on the offense coming in and hitting its target, hitting its mark. For the most part, it's hard to hit these nades, like you said. So it's more of a, I'm more impressed when I see a good smoke. Not that I don't expect good smokes. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, you're able to do that. That's impressive. That's quite impressive. Like it does take a decent bit of just hand-eye coordination and ultimately muscle memory in the game that they play to really have those kind of skill sets down.
Yeah, and kind of go along that too. I mean, a lot of these teams, back like season 8, season 9, smokes weren't nearly as reliable. So not a lot of teams ran smokes. So one interesting thing to see is how teams are actually using smokes. One of them that you saw that I pointed out was the market window smoke. They threw that from apps over the apartment buildings, and it landed perfectly in front of market. And like hitting that consistently, let alone just hitting it in general, is definitely a good feat. So it just shows like how well rehearsed Black Ice is. And so, hopefully as future seasons go on, you start to see more teams kind of practicing these executes, and it's really nice to see that. And you can also see that with both teams and their A executes. I mean, standard, smoke off the cross, smoke off ticket booth, try to smoke off stairs. If you can get that, you can get site control. So it's really interesting to see how util has become more of a major part of PAV now, even more so than it was back in the day. I mean, back in the day, it was more so just flashes and frags and just spamming frag grenades like artillery. But nowadays, I mean, you kind of have to think about how you're going to use your util a little bit more, and
Yeah.
you know, because there is a frag grenade limit. You can only buy one per round per player, and you know, smoke grenades and flashes, they're limited to 2. You know, you can't just spam like 20 of them. So, I mean, teams are learning lineups. It's great to see just how things are evolving. But either way, I mean,
I do yeah, I do want to give while we are in this break, a quick shout out to everyone that is tuning in here this afternoon. We have a good bit of folks stopping by, hanging out, and enjoying the Pavlov action here on the VRML YouTube channel, and we really do appreciate your support. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. Get ready for next season. I know some teams are already asking, where can I sign up? How do I join the VRML? And yeah, you missed it by a little bit. Okay, season 12 is finished here at the end of this best of 5. We will have a champion for season 12, but season 13, you can be looking forward to that probably next year, if I were to guess. I don't think we'd start it during Christmas, but you know, probably at some point next year, you can keep your eyes out for that and get ready to play the game that you do enjoy and ultimately are enjoying here this afternoon. And also a quick shout out to our sponsors. There is a bit of prizing on the line this afternoon for these teams as they compete for hardware coming in from HyperX. This is the North American Finals, and so HyperX are able to support us in the VRML on this end, and we really do appreciate that support. And so a little bit to be earned there this afternoon, but then also some cash coming in from ProTube, fantastic sponsor. I don't know if you're a ProTube enjoyer yourself, Yellow Hat, but I've got mine here.
I do have one. I have that, as well as I have a couple other stocks kind of laying around. But you know, I've tried it a few times, and it's always been fun. I will say though, on my Quest 2 controllers, I actually put the ProTube cups on so that they fit my hands a little bit better. So, you know, hopefully they come out with Quest 3 cups or the Quest 2 cups work, because I will definitely use them if I get a Quest 3.
Yes.
So.
I do think I saw a tweet of them 3D printed, so I do think that's something in the works from ProTube, which we can definitely keep an eye out on. Yeah, and I agree. I'm just using the ProTube. I'm using my Quest cups for the Quest 3. You know, it still works just as well or well enough, but I saw it looks like a much better model, so to speak. So looking forward to getting our hands on that. And again, appreciate those sponsors coming in and supporting the VRML and supporting Pavlov in particular in its 12th season. We were just talking about this, Yellow Hat. This game's been going for a long time. You know, these teams in some cases have been playing since season 6. I mean, even earlier than that in some cases. And it's
I know,
kind of wild to think about, you know, just how much these teams have played in some cases.
I mean, kind of looking at some of the teams I've played with, and you know, some of the teams that I know. I mean, Dream Team has been playing since season 1, and there's still players playing since season 1. They've been playing for 6 years. A couple of teammates of mine on DEF CON have been playing since season 3, I think. And then even like a lot of the players that you see here, I mean, like Explosion, Cobra, Yan, I mean, they were playing since season 6, which is like 2018, 2019. So, you know, they've been playing the game for a few years. So it's good to see the dedication. I will say too, you mentioned of like getting into VRML. Honestly, after today is like more than a perfect time to, you know, start looking for teams, start looking to join teams. Even if you're looking to just get into the PC version of the game, if you like come over from the standalone Shack version of the game, there is a matchmaking server that exists outside that they run like daily pickup games, and there's always people playing. So if you're looking to sharpen your skills, that's a great place to start. And it looks like we might be. Are we getting to the second game? We are. How about that?
I think we're into it. Round 2 kicking off here. We're just in time to get in live on the action as it unfolds here. And Raid catches the first kill over the top. A quick refrag from Shears Caboose as we're right into a 4v4, make it a 4v3. Parl looking to make it a 4v2 as Spitfire goes down from the duo there. And now Draco and Explosion have to hold on the retake, which may not be an easy challenge, but Draco's certainly doing well. Trades their life for 2, and it's now 2 left alive. And yeah, that's the round into the hands of Black Guys as they defuse the bomb on their pistol set.
Yeah, so this is Santorini. Santorini is one of the base game maps, and like most of the other base game maps, it plays a little bit differently compared to the some of the Counter-Strike maps or some of the Counter-Strike like maps. It's this one is definitely way more offensive sided, but the fact that Black Ice was able to get the pistol round win, that's definitely a very good start for them. Plus, they're gonna have this eco, but it looks like UpRyZe are actually gonna be force buying because they got that bomb plant. So we'll see how this works out for them. But yeah, so over here, what we're looking at is B site, and this is probably one of the easier sites to take, but it's looking like UpRyZe are going to be going over towards A. They do get across. Spitfire picking up 3J right away. Sheer is low, so Raid gets the kill onto Sheer. Right, Parl going to be on the retake here. Tries to pick up one, but Droko picks him up immediately. And you can already see how hard it is to retake the A site once they get it. Explosion trading with Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. I'm going to say the whole name instead of...
You call him Doctor, I think, is probably good enough.
Nah, he's going to get the whole name there. But
oh, my goodness.
But Afterthought going to be saving here. Makes it away with an M4 and an AK, which is going to be vital. So you can already see, I mean, most of the entryways into the A site are very narrow funnel ways. I mean, you have the stairs that Raid is looking at, as well as the middle connector there. Both, they're funnels. It's so difficult to retake a site there, and even B site can be difficult. So that's what makes this map a real challenge for the defender. So getting 3-4 rounds on defense is really good for them. So UpRyZe.
I do see sorry, some questions in chat. Is this VRML? That's being answered by our lovely chat moderator. Yes, indeed, it is. This is the VRML Season 12 Finals. If you're just tuning in, we are into map number 2 in a best-of-5 series. Black Ice already leading 10-2 in map 1, and we got to consider that yellow hat. That's a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
They win their first pistol round, and sure, they just lost a round, but hey, they're coming in off of a very comfortable map 1 win.
I will say, though, I think this map could definitely be enough of a shakeup just because of how differently you have to play it. And just as we see that Explosion takes out Afterthought immediately, but Parl gets the refrag there. Sheer and 3J trying something a little bit different, get some damage onto Spitfire there. But their heads are exposed, and Sheer looking for the kills here. Picks up one under Raid. Is unable to get traded. 3J picks up the kill on Spitfire. That is going to be bombed down. Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz picking up Sylvia Cobra there, and now it's Droka versus 3. And he does get spotted by Doofenshmirtz there, and he tosses another flashbang. Droko going to be looking to save. And a special note about Droko there, the lone PSVR player, something VRML adopted this season is that crossplay with PSVR 2 players. So good to see that. So if you are interested in a little bit more crossplay action and you're a PlayStation player, feel free to look into VRML and see, if it's the place for you and whatnot. But, Heinz able to pick up the kill onto Droko, and Black Ice up 2-1 now, winning another very important CT round. And economy here on UpRyZe going to be not so good, so they are going to all deagle save, which is a smart choice so that they can have enough util going into the next rounds. But Black Ice currently have the momentum right now, and on CT side, nonetheless, going to be really good for them. So round number 4 underway. Shots being exchanged in middle, and it's looking like UpRyZe is going to be favoring A here. So
push coming in from the UpRyZe squad, and yeah, so far a great bit of, I mean, Black Ice really, again, playing quite well. They pushed this UpRyZe team into a position where they cannot come in fully equipped. They have all the utility they need to fend back this push. And now 3J likely radioing in this info that the entire team is pushing A site again. They've really been trying to push A, and maybe it's an indicator that they're not comfortable B, or that B just isn't their hadn't worked for them in the past against this squad. Maybe they have a scrim sort of history. Spitfire able to get the bomb plant, though, and now Raid holding things down in a 1v2 as nades come in, utility comes in, and ultimately pretty good damage on an eco round, I would say.
There it is. Parl puts the nail in the coffin, gets Raid in the face, and they're going to be able to save guns here. They have plenty of time before that bomb goes off. One other addition that's been really nice is that you can now actually see the countdown timer for the bomb like on your scoreboard and everything. So makes it helpful for really timing retakes and everything. So Black Ice picking up another round there, making themselves 3-1, having a very strong start on CT side. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum or if UpRyZe can shift it back.
Doctor's name goes off of the nameplates. It doesn't even fit on the nameplate. It goes off into the grain, into the abyss there. It's such a long name.
You can see it covers the eco as well on the left side there. Gotta love it.
It's not intended for that, for the power of Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, and we'll see if that power is enough to propel the Black Ice squad into another map victory and push them into series map. That's not yet happening, though. We are into a full buy here coming through from UpRyZe, and they find the first kill to put them into a 5v4, and they are pushing B site now after all of those A present, all that A pressure. The B site is swinging in, and really no one's here to defend except for Dr. Heinz, Doofenshmirtz, and Parl 4224H.
Yeah, B site definitely tends to be a nade fest. I mean, there's not a lot of protection here. We can actually see Explosion is coming in with the flank, but Sheer immediately stops it. Raid also getting taken out as well. The bomb has not gone down yet. 50 seconds left. Heinz picking up Spitfire. Cobra and Droko trying to fight and see if they can get the W. Cobra's helmet getting taken off there, as you can kind of see by the sparks on the screen for a second. They're just really trying to look for any sort of opening here. Droko gets the headshot on the Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz there. 30 seconds left, but both the UpRyZe players are kind of low here, so this is going to be hard. And Black Ice being really regimented here, not over peaking, not over committing to a fight, just waiting for UpRyZe to make the move with 20 seconds left. 3J gets the tight angle there, and now it's Droko versus 3. Droko trying to find any sort of opening here. And you can see the pre-fire coming in for Black Ice. They're not letting anything happen here. So 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
They are going to be looking for the kill. Oh my God, Droko just one shot. The question is he going to get chased? Parl maybe giving chase here, but not going to be able to get it. Actually picks up a gun there. So Black Ice up 4-1.
I mean, they absolutely put up a wall of bullets on that defensive hold. Nades flying in left and right initially, but then everyone rotates, and all of a sudden there's 4 rifles barreling down with just a slight bit of height advantage, completely stalling this offense from even getting anywhere close to that B objective. They were going to go in for the plant early. They were pushing in the code on that bomb early, and then ultimately they just never get that opportunity to push in. They're going to try to go quickly into B site this time again, but here comes the nades. Here comes the utility to deter them from pushing through and enable the rotation from the rest of the team to get here to B site. Can they plant fast enough is the question as the push comes in. Afterthought catches the first kill, and Raid trying to barrel in to get things open as Afterthought really holding down this defense.
And Droko able to take out Afterthought. Picks up another one through the smoke. Just kind of pre-fires an angle. He knows 3J's in.
Oh my.
Cobra picking up 3J actually now. Oh, Droko getting another headshot, getting the trade, and now it's Parl versus 3. He does have the double clips and a couple flashes, so he could go for a sneaky play here, but coming in from storage here could be hard, but I mean, oh, if he didn't make the shot there, well, he does have a couple flashes. He does have a couple of. He's gonna get swung up by Raid.
Oh yeah,
he could do this. Oh, no. He timed it wrong. Cobra able to pick up the headshot. If he just kept the gun up a little bit longer, maybe, perhaps, he could have got the double snips there. That could have been a steal of a round for Black Ice, but UpRyZe have a much better B execute going on and get the second round there.
Definitely more comfortable there, and yeah, I think it's a universal syndrome that goes across all esports, but it is the timing effect, and I think I'm willing to call it esports timing. It's not any game-specific thing, but it really just happens to happen where as soon as you look away, your opponent pushes in, or as soon as you commit to something, they'll attack you, and that's exactly what happens here. Explosion opens things up on B, and A getting pushed in here. Spitfire, Co, and Raid all open up that site with a couple of kills, and maybe a successful A plant going to come in here now. They've been able to get the bomb down a couple of times on A, but not been able to effectively defend as more trade on the backside. And now the focus here with the trio left in the 3v1 as Afterthought has to do all the work on that defense.
Yeah, it might even be wiser for Afterthought to just save here. I mean, with only 1350, he's going to be at 3550 next round, which, you know, wouldn't allow him to even buy M4 and armor. So, you know, I mean, as a defending side, you're going to want a lot of util. So, you know, he's just going to go around, save guns, pick up util, and he picks up an AK, finds a second gun is there. So that's going to be huge for him and his team as well. So,
yeah, and I mean, you know all too well how it feels to be essentially where this UpRyZe team is, Yellow Hat. I don't mean to harp on it, but, you know, just coming off of a fresh loss, you know, this UpRyZe squad is fighting right now. They've lost map 1. They're down here in map 2. What is the mentality? You know, how do you approach this as a team? You know, is it up to a captain to kind of give you a motivational speech? Is it each individual player just being able to play under pressure?
You know, I'll say, like, having competed in a bunch of different games and in a bunch of different tournaments and whatnot, you just kind of have to have the mindset of, you know what, whatever happens, happens, and I'm just here to play the game, and I'm just going to focus on playing the game. And, you know, you saw DEF CON's comeback against Rekt. They were down 9-2. And then 1 and 10-9 to get Rekt out of the game. So, I mean, you know, anything can happen. I've always been a fan of saying that on cast, but it's true. Just like Sheer getting Droko in the face. Could he make it a second? They do bring it back to a 4-on-4. Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz picking up the Lurk explosion, but Spitfire and Soviet Cobra picking up both the frags there, and now Afterthought and Doofenshmirtz have to try to make this retake. Oh, that nade!
What?
That was a hell of a nade. It actually bounced off the building just right. If it went a little bit further, it could even taken out Raid there. But this is going to be a hard retake, especially as Smalls goes down there. Afterthought now in a 1 versus 3. Just trying to pre-fire the angle, but it's looking like this is going to be UpRyZe this round unless Afterthought pulls off a miracle here. He's going to crouch, picks up Spitfire, crosses over to sight. Almost gets flipped. He did have a flash there. He could have went for it, but he didn't realize that both of them were rotated right around. But UpRyZe picking up their 4th round. Like I said, definitely an attacker-sided map, and you're seeing just how difficult a retake can be on this map when your pathways to get into the site are so limited. So 4-4. Getting to the last round of the first half here, the entirety of mid being smoked, you know, the window getting smoked so that mid can be taken completely for free by the attacking side there. But it's looking like a B take is in order here for UpRyZe. We see 3 players pushing through main. Explosion takes out Smalls there with the first kill there. Afterthought does pick up Raid, but loses a lot of his health. Needs to be way more careful. Raid getting a nade, Spitfire getting a nade, and you're just seeing how insane it is to try to defend B when you just get naded to death. Now Sheer and 3J trying to get the kills there, but Droko picks up 3J, and now it's Sheer versus 4 as the rotate comes in over to A site. But where is Sheer in the mix? Sheer over on B site, and yeah, he's got to know that it's got to be A at this point. But Explosion still lurking over in mid, 50 seconds left. UpRyZe have complete control of the entire map at this point, and Sheer has to go for this. Doesn't even have clips, so needs to make this retake as fast as possible. It has to rotate all the way around CT, so you see another reason why this map is so attacker-sided. Will he even check this corner? Probably not. Doesn't even know this corner exists. For the knife kill, and he gets it. Sheer picking up Spitfire, but UpRyZe is going to lead in the half 5-4, but did they get enough T-side rounds? That is the question as we go into the second pistol round of the game.
4th pistol round of the afternoon. If you are just tuning in, it is dang close here in map 2, and UpRyZe fighting hard as we take our first look at the scoreboard. Nobody in double digits just yet, but 9 and 6 on Droko and 8 and 6 respectively on the kill leaders for each team there, with Sheer's Caboose leading on Black Ice's squad as we do get the push here onto B side. Another attempt and more utility coming in. A nice connection for Raid over the top as Afterthought pushing up to the short corner, looking for some action here down on towards Raid. But you have that height advantage on the defense. They have utility that's coming with Raid. They actually have a flashbang they can deploy out here as the push comes through, and an all-out pistol battle on B side unfolds.
Oh, that double kill from Spitfire brings it back to a 2-on-2. Parl is going to be able to get the bomb plant, though, I think.
No!
Raid picks him up, and now Heinz Doofenshmirtz now in a 1-versus-1. Knows exactly where Raid is. Needs to land this headshot, but Raid now in a 1-versus-1. Can he pick up the headshot? And he gets it! Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz giving everybody a lesson on how to clutch on pistol round, winning Black Ice, the pistol round, a very important round indeed.
So how does the economy shake out when you have even trades like this? Or no, excuse me, that was the pistol round. Gosh, that wasn't even, I thought that was round 2. I'm getting mixed up. But we are tied 5 apiece now, and it does look like we are going to get a bit more of a bot-up Black Guys squad in comparison to those Deagles coming in from UpRyZe. And B-site push, or A-site push, excuse me, seems to be on the menu, and one that's fast and full course here as Draco finds the entire squad and a team kill.
Uh-oh. At least pick up his gun so nobody can get it, but they know it's an A-take. And we see Sheer actually picking up the AK-12 there in exchange for the AK Shorty there. But even then, I mean, both guns are a good option when all these players don't have armor.
It's going to be tough to retake this one with everyone set up, and well, it is a full team push coming through. UpRyZe coordinated in their effort here as they swing around and try and pinch in. They find 1 for 2. Can they make it any more than that, though? They need to. It's a 3 for 3 right now. Parl will find another kill and put the odds in favor of Black Guys. The SCO and Explosion duo are pinching in, but time is ticking. And with 8 seconds left, Explosion has no more time to potentially win this round. The trio will hold things down. Sheer finds the final kill. Black Guys get ever closer to taking map 2 and pushing us to that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Explosion lived just long enough to where when they killed him, the bomb timer was close enough to where it was going to explode around in it. So 2 guns, unfortunately, lost in that. So Explosion actually doing enough economy damage there. So good job to him. But 6 to 5. Black Ice up ahead. B or A side take. Oh, Drogo with the counter nade on the Parl. And a lot of
we've really been seeing just fantastic nade tosses coming in from these players so far in this series, and it's no surprise that they are able to toss them across the map as Draco snaps for 1 kill, looks for more as Heinz Doofenshmirtz drops back. They find 2, can't find the 3rd, and Doof will scoop that up to fend them off from pushing back on the site, but now it's a 1v3 bomb.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, it's down on site. Unfortunately, didn't get planted. Tries to go down, but the smoke creates just at the wrong time. So UpRyZe is going to be able to bring it back 6-6, and the economy for Black Ice not looking too hot right now. They're probably going to be on knife saves, deagle saves. UpRyZe looking pretty good right now with all their weapons and everything. We see a G3, couple M4s. I believe we got an AK. So they're looking pretty good, and we can see Sheer and Heinz Doofenshmirtz both with double knives. Trying to either maybe throw one at somebody or just kind of hide around a corner. Don't ever doubt the power of the knife. It can be quite effective when applied. So we see Soviet Cobra coming through. Is he gonna fall for it here? Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz having to play it safe. Explosion is gonna get stabbed. Actually misses the psych. Picks up the gun as well, but Soviet Cobra is right around the corner. Gets Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, who is pretty good with those knives if you've ever actually gone against them. But looking like the B-take gonna try to come through, but Raid using this very tight angle here to pick off Afterthought. The question is, can Black Ice get the bomb down, or are UpRyZe going to defend well? Spitfire picks up 3J, and now it's Parl in a 1-versus-3. They know he's going for the bomb, and Raid takes him out. UpRyZe taking the lead once again, 7-6.
Back in control for the UpRyZe team. They're not letting map 2 go. They want to push this to at least 4 maps this afternoon. I do see the questions coming in. Is this best of 5? Indeed, it is a best of 5. The scoreboard above, maybe not necessarily designed for the best of 5 to showcase that, but it will show the most recent 3 maps played. So for now, We have map 1 going 10-2 as 3J nearly gets naded there. And map 2 is currently in control of UpRyZe, but just by a slice.
There it is. 3J opened up things with a well-placed headshot on Droko, and that's going to open up the site for Black Ice there as they push in. Smoke is going to go down right in the connector. There might even be a one-way smoke that 3J just put down. So interesting lineup there. Afterthought deletes Cobra off the server for the round. Gets the plant down as well. And now it's a tough retake for UpRyZe. But I mean, 5 out of the 5 players for Downfall, or excuse me, for a Black Ice. Actually, as I'm trying to explain that,
there's not even.
All of them get AK headshots. So Black Ice bringing it back 7-7. So this is still anybody's game. Both teams have to be very weary of their eco. Try not to go below that $2,000 mark there.
And again, a shout out to everyone stopping in, hanging out, and enjoying the action this afternoon. I see Dank, Shadowfish, Summer, Monster, Green, Rez, Beanstalk, Denleke, and many others tuning in and enjoying the action as we do get into another B-site push and the instant defensive nade blast coming through on both sides, really, as nade tosses come in.
Afterthought picking up Spitfire with that headshot. Raid trying to go for the pre-fire. Planted on the safe spot, though. Nade's coming in. Afterthought pushed it right in, but Raid punishing that push there. Now a 3 versus 3 retake, still doable for UpRyZe here. Dr. Heinz, Doofenshmirtz going for the sprint peaks, trying to get some information down. But UpRyZe playing it cool, calm, and collected. They don't actually have any util here to really make things happen, so they're just going to have to push as a unit, and you see them line it up to do that. They're walking onto site here. 3J looking for the kill. Droko, though, able to pick him up.
They have to retake this, and as they swing out, the great timed pinch from the duo, Shears Caboose and Dr. Heinz, Doofenshmirtz locks in multiple kills to get them the round. Black Ice 2 away from taking this to series point, or series map, if they get this map here.
Yeah, I mean, well played by Smalls and Sheer there. I mean, they just timed that peak so perfectly and cut off all 3 players. So, very nice hold there by Black Ice going into what could be the penultimate round here. No pre-frag thrown in, and Droko just waiting for the pre-frag, but I mean, too little, too late. Look at this. Parl's all the way up. Spots Droko. Is going to fall back. Plays it smart. Explosion is trying to flank here. UpRyZe actually kind of on a save here. Explosion does yoink himself a gun here, but will be enough. Droko gets taken out by Afterthought, who pushes around the corner. Initially gets spotted by Sheer there, and this is going to be tough for UpRyZe to pull off. I mean, Spitfire is still up in mid-house, which it's going to take him at least another 15 seconds to even get to the site. Parl taking out Explosion. Surprise. And now Raid and Spitfire trying to make things, try to get some damage, but Afterthought just going for the sprint peek there. Oh, gets tagged twice by the Deagle. Parl also getting tagged there. Afterthought shouldn't be going for anything here. Spitfire gonna run away though. Trying to pick up something here. Maybe get some damage on the exit. Afterthought picks up Raid though. Dies to the bomb, which is okay. Black Ice's economy is just fine. Sheer rocking almost $10,000 there. So,
oh my.
Yeah, I mean, it goes all the way up to 16,000. So he's been, making some bank today. 9-7. Let's get a look at that scoreboard, which going into the final round here.
Definitely a exciting battle here, and we can't really see how good Doofenshmirtz is doing, but they've got Doofenshmirtz kills, is all I know, and they've got Doofenshmirtz deaths, is all I can really see. Shears Caboose is leading, thankfully, with 15-9, and Afterthought will put another one on the board as the B-site push coming in, more utility connecting, and they may have a
take here.
I don't know, a line for a flank if they were to push up. Spitfire's going to pop out, and they'll find a kill on the Afterthought. Parl going to be up next in that potential action.
Push all the way into CT with Explosion's waiting. Oh, it doesn't matter though. 3J gets the flick onto Explosion's face, and now it's a 4 versus 2.
Make it a 4 versus 1.
And just like
Spitfire will find the kill, and it's now 3v1. The map 2 close to going into the hands of Black Ice.
Yeah, bomb goes down on A, so Spitfire's going to rotate fast. He has to accelerate this retake. He has to go for it. Clearing every single little angle, but I mean, brother. Oh, who Doofenshmirtz gets taken out was kind of hiding there, but Spitfire, 29 seconds left, goes for the window pop. Try to see if he can find Sheer, but again, doesn't really have a lot of time. By the time he makes it to site, he's probably going to be at 10 seconds. I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a Black Ice victory. Does throw a smoke there, trying to see what he can block off. Tries to take the fight with Sheer. Sheer calls out that he's coming through A main. Flash comes down and Carl finishes it off. Black Ice taking it 10-7 for game number 2 on Santorini.
We are going to series map for map number 3, and Black Ice are looking to do it in 3. Yellow Hat, before we came into this, I should have got your predictions because now it's cheating if you make a prediction on who and what you think the scoreline is going to be. But did you anticipate Black Ice to come in this strong and start off things at least with a 2-0 lead like this?
I mean, knowing how much they scrim, I mean, don't get me wrong, both teams put in a lot of practice. That's for damn sure. I mean, both these teams have been scrimming a lot, but having played with Black Ice, I know that, you know, they work really, really hard, and I just know, you know, they're doing it up every single day. So my money would have been on Black Ice, and especially with how consistent they are or have been this season, I think you know, my money would be on that. But don't get me wrong, I mean, UpRyZe put up a very good fight on Santorini there. I mean, it was neck and neck all the way.
Yeah, it really was.
You know, Black Ice just pulled it ahead a little bit, and again, they had the T-side advantage going into the second half, with Santorini just being a really T-sided map. So good job to both teams there. But like you said, we are going into the series point. If Black Ice win this one, they are your Pavlov VRML Season 12 champions. They will all have a star next to their name for the glory. You know, something I think many players have wanted for a while, but it's up to these people to, you know, finish it off. So...
yeah, they are fighting for that, and of course a little bit of prizing on the line from our sponsors, who again I'd love to shout out. We actually have discount codes for both of them, which I don't think I talked about in the first time we did discuss them, but HyperX is giving 15% off to any purchase in the US right now. If you use code HXVRML23, that's again HXVRML and then the number 23, you will get 15% off any purchase in the US. In addition, if you want to go get a ProTube, one of our other sponsors for Pavlov VRML, you can get a discount on a ProTube right now by using code ILOVEVRML at checkout. That's all one word, ILOVEVRML at checkout. I'll get you, I think, 10% off any purchase from the ProTube store. So please do go show some support. If you're interested in those products, get yourself a discount. HyperX and ProTube, I mean, both fantastic sponsors and ultimately really great product lines. I mean, I love the Procast. I've used HyperX gear, and I've spilled plenty of stuff on my HyperX mechanical keyboard that it's survived through. You know, it's got that good mechanical durability that you want out of a mechanical keyboard. And so, as I can speak to the products, they're all pretty excellent. But that is not why we're here, Yellow Hat. It's to see who our finalist is going to be, and ultimately that prestige, like you said, of being the #1 team in Season 12. And we're just now going to be waiting for our third match to come up, and I do not think we have a map just yet. But where do you think we are going to be headed for the rest of, well, what could be the rest of the series, but for at least map number 3, if you had to guess? We can look at the bands. We didn't talk about them because we didn't have any time. We just went right into round 1.
Yeah, so...
But we have...
Go ahead. So Black Ice, they banned Sand and Manor, and then UpRyZe banned Oil Rig and Stockpile. So that leaves, let's see, that leaves Industry, that leaves Stahlbrecher. Honestly, I think we're going to Stahlbrecher. Black Ice loves Stahlbrecher. I think that's where we're going for map 3. And especially that's one of their better maps. I think, you know, if they want to just wrap this up and put a neat little bow on it, I think we're going to be seeing Stahlbrecher if I had to guess.
Let's take a look at that matchup history, and yeah, you can see this is 73% win rate for them with 41 rounds played over the course of the season. A team that's been around since Season 6 and very clearly is, like you said, comfortable on Stahlbrecher. I don't even see it in one of the top maps played by UpRyZe, so I am curious what the stats say about that for them as a team. Because
if you want recent stats, in Friday's game with DEF CON versus UpRyZe, DEF CON beat them them 10-3 on Strawbreaker. So, yeah, I mean, Black Ice, if they pick Strawbreaker, that's another one of those defender-sided maps. It's not as imbalanced, but the thing about Strawbreaker is that it requires such good util usage. So, and Black Ice really do know that. So I think, you know, if I was a betting man, I could see us taking it home to Strawbreaker, and that could be the final map that we see of season 12.
We will be patiently waiting to see if that is the case, and we'll jump right into map 3 as soon as we see it up here for these two teams. Very much looking forward to getting into, again, this third map, because what a long road for the likes of UpRyZe now if they want this comeback, right? I mean, that experience kind of being down, it's hard to muster the comeback. You know, it really does take a lot of focus and energy ultimately. And UpRyZe put a lot of their energy into the last map's comeback. So how much are they going to have left for map 3?
Yeah, that's for sure. So, I mean, it's going to be a good game either way. We're just waiting for the map to come up. But I was looking through chat. Shout out to the entire Wonderland watch party. I don't know how many there are of you, but there's a lot of you, I would imagine. So... no one Wonderland fan. They're probably all watching the finals. So big shout out to them. And other than that, you know, we're just waiting for Stallbreck. I feel it. I really feel
just waiting for
Stall. If not Stall, I would be surprised. I mean, you know, Black Ice, I believe they're the home team because they are the higher seeded team. And so this would be their map pick because I think they get 3 map picks. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if this is Black Ice's pick, and Strawbreaker is not on that ban list,
right?
I think we know what's coming up.
It is just a matter of a moments away from getting us into the action. I do see here map 3 is Stall, but I do not see a lobby up yet. We've been feverishly waiting for it to come up, and I may even do
the average theme of a Pavlov cast is hitting that button at least 500 times in between.
We do want to get right into that action as soon as it is available, but I don't think lobby is up. But hey, at least we can I got confirmation here, Yellow Hat. You are right. Map 3 is going to be Stallbreaker. So you knew it. You knew it was coming. I'm getting now actually that UpRyZe have taken a break is the data that I'm getting sent in from Black Ice. So it may be a few more minutes before we get in to that action. So if you are tuning in, please just patiently wait around for us to get back into this. But I suppose, what are you, I don't know. We can talk about anything we want now, Yellow Hat. Any sort of, what would we normally be talking about in a pregame sort of discussion for...
I think maybe like the future of Pavlov, you know, going into season 13 and what to expect. I would imagine, I imagine there's going to be more crossplay action. Just kind of knowing Pavlov, there is 2 maps to be potentially looking forward to. One is Autumn, which was made by Mr., who is now a dev, and Crackers, who is now a dev as well. Both of them were league players at one point, Crackers being on Royalty, which is the EU championship team in Season 8, and I believe also on Friendly Fire, and then Mr. being a DEF CON daddy. But both of them doing a really good job. Autumn's going to be another in-house map, and it's with S&D in mind, so it should be well balanced. The other thing too, the dev team was really working on was getting the release of Pavlov's Shack out. That just came out 5 days ago on the 14th. A couple new maps came to that. One was Harbor, which is a map made by Wesley, very popular over in Shack. Was also made for PC, so we'll see if it's actually coming to the PC version. I would hope so, because it is a really good map. It is a winter themed kind of like European harbor map. Has some Christmas lights on it, so could be a very fun map to play as we go into the winter season here. And Autumn, I have gotten a couple exclusive sneak peeks of it. Is also is kind of also a kind of a, I'd say, Central European themed town. Don't know exactly the timeline of when it takes place, but you know, again, with 2 VRML players turned developers of Bankrupt Games working on it, I'm sure that it will be of the highest quality. And so we could look forward to those maps being part of the crossplay pool. And, you know, looking to see about, you know, with the new mod kit releasing for Pavlov, we're going to, you know, potentially see more map makers. So it's, the world is everybody's oyster at this point. I mean, there's so many things you're gonna be able to do with the new mod kit. In addition, you know, skins and microtransactions are coming as well. So you know, you might see some people rocking some flashy skins, and may or may not potentially see some championship skins. I don't know about this season, but maybe in future seasons, something to talk about with the dev team that, you know, we're thinking about. You know, nothing's confirmed yet, but I think could be something that would be cool. But there are officially gun skins in Pavlov now. Pre-order bonus was done for Pavlov Shack, so I imagine soon enough we might be seeing skins over on the PC side, which is an incentive for some people. You know, games like Breach, they just released their skins and they have been popping off. The way they did their skins is really good. I know Contractors has done some skins events in the past before too. So yeah, I mean, people like showing their, you know, flashing their crazy weapon skins. I mean, it's a cool thing.
I would really love to see, you know, if those skins, you know, I'd love to see some VRML skins down the road too. You know, maybe something you could earn or something like that. Much like we've had in other leagues where you can win in-game prizes too. You know, if that obviously has a lot of value. So, obviously nothing in the works, but it would certainly be, you know, if we're talking about, you know, prospective items in the future, things we're hopeful for, maybe that certainly could be something we could work on doing. But yeah, there's definitely, again, a lot to look forward to with Season 13 on the horizon after this, and ultimately, you know, Map 3, which is going to be starting very soon. I believe we do have a lobby now, and we are going to be getting into Series Point for Black Ice. They will be coming into this with 2 map wins in their pocket, a confident Map 1 win 10-2, a little bit more shaky Map 2 win 10-7. I don't know if it's a trend. I'm not going to say it is yet, Yellow, but hey, maybe we are climbing this ladder. UpRyZe are warming up slowly but surely, and they may be able to get something going here on Map 3. To your point, not going to be an easy task, this being Black Ice's best map, but we will be seeing how this unfolds now as we get in to round number 1 of Map 3 in this series decider here. Well, not series decider, but series point for Black Ice. There still could be 3 more maps. We could still have 3 more maps this afternoon. Okay?
Yeah. And so, interesting loadout coming out from UpRyZe. We see a lot of 5.7s. Normally you see the Tech 9, it's a little bit better against unarmored players, but I mean, buying a 5.7 does allow you to buy a smoke, and you see that on Cloud and an Explosion there. And they are going to go for an A-take here with these smoke grenades here. And so Winner, not actually in radio there, but the flashbang comes out. Raid going to turn around immediately. Winner spots out too. Flashbang's going to come out. Winner picks up the first kill. Winner picks up a second one. Sheer picks up a third. Spitfire picking up Winner though. Explosion picking up Sheer, and now it's a 2 versus 3. Spitfire getting saved by that armor. You see how little damage he's actually taken. Bomb does go down, so this is going to be great. And Spitfire is actually going to be able to get into radio here, which is a huge position. Afterthought is coming through on the flank. Is probably going to run into Explosion. Parl and 3J over pushing up through mid. Explosion might get spotted here. Afterthought maybe, yeah, does get the kill. Oh, Spitfire getting the flick up, but Afterthought going for the kill, and he does. Does he have enough time though? 15 seconds, plenty of time on the bomb. Cool, calm, and collected, and Black Ice able to pick up their first round. Almost misses the last number there. Got a little ahead of himself, but Afterthought able to pick up that clutch. Very nice try from Spitfire there. But was a major force of UpRyZe on that pistol round there. So 2 kills for him, 2 kills to Explosion, and 2 kills to Afterthought. So now we go into round number 2 here, the anti-eco. But Black Ice, they're not messing around. 3 M4s, an AR9, and a UMP onto 3J there. And all Deagles onto UpRyZe here. I've been told a message too. I need to give a special shout out to all the Black Ice util throwers, aka 3J and Mime, who used to be on the team. But Yeah, I mean, we saw how Black Ice's util usage was. I shouted it out a bunch of times, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, special shout out to them. But anyways, going into the second round here, let's look at like we got another A take here, but this time with no smoke, so this is going to be hard. A little bit of exchange there. Winner does spot out the players. Winner does spot out Raid, gets a little bit of damage onto him. Flash does come out. Winner looking for something here. Not going to peek that. Winner picks up the first headshot on the Clouded. Does get tagged twice by Deagle, though, so he is going to have to retreat here. 50 seconds left. Sheer picking up the kill onto Spitfire there with that AR-9. One of the newer weapons introduced into the S&D pool. A little bit better than that UMP, but a little bit more expensive as well. 40 seconds left. Raid, very hurt. Explosion trying to look for some damage there. Does actually pick up a body shot onto Sheer there. And they are looking to try to get this bomb plant, but Black Ice is watching the cross. 25 seconds.
Yeah, there's just no real easy way in for this team right now. They got Deagles in hand going up against 4 rifles, 3 rifles, 2 SMGs. Not a, again, easy push in. And Black Ice is being just so patient. They understand time is ticking. Afterthought catches Raid push in. And with 9 seconds left, Explosion is forced to dive into the Hornet's Nest. That is, again, the fully kitted squad off of a pistol win. And now a 2-0 lead for Black Ice on map 3. The series is on the line here for this UpRyZe squad. Their season could come to an end. I suppose it's coming to an end regardless after the end of this matchup today, but it could come to an end for them only in second place instead of first. And man, that prestige is everything when you're this deep into the league. And you know, I'm sure a lot of people wish they had season 2, 3, 4 championship honors tucked away into their profiles as we've continued to be you know, throwing on VRML seasons and continuing to stick around. I mean, again, we're already talking about season 13, but we're here for the finals, and it's so far been a stellar battle back and forth. UpRyZe need to get one here, though. They do not want to let what happened to them on map 1 happen again, where that thing kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah, I mean, so we are seeing the BXQ come through. Raid takes a little bit of damage. The smoke grenades are going to come out. Frag grenades come out somewhere. 3J taking some damage there from a frag grenade. Afterthought, though, able to get the first kill. Gets a second one. Gets a third one before getting traded out by Covey and Cobra. Spitfire tries to go for the bomb plant, but Winner immediately shuts that down. And now Explosion in a 1 versus 4. Lurking his way. He's behind headshot box. Gets a headshot onto 3J. Looking for the second one on Sheer, but Sheer answers back and puts him down 3-0 for Black Ice.
Worst case scenario is unfolding in front of UpRyZe's eyes, and they really need to dig deep right now because, sure, they're getting that loss bonus cash coming through, but that's not enough to soothe the momentum aches that are happening right now as they really do not have kills coming through. They're not connecting enough. When you look at the KDs, you see Afterthought was 7, and the next highest kill leader for UpRyZe is 3. So, you know, in comparison, their kill leader is really doing and finding a lot more action, and they need to start finding some kills. They need to get an early advantage here as Parl is waiting for this fight and for this push.
All right, so Parl, yeah, looking here. Does see Explosion. 3J does pop a couple shots. Parl able to get at least one body shot onto Raid. Does throw flash. 3J able to get the first pick onto Raid. Frags go down. Minute 8 left on the clock. The push has come to a grinding halt. Spitfire getting Afterthought, but 3J and Parl answering back. It'll be a Cobra answering back, though, onto Parl. Now it's a 2 versus 3 for UpRyZe. Cobra trying his hardest to make something happen here. Winner going up to 3J. We talked about that util usage, and there it is. Onto Cobra, just completely shuts that down. Explosion, though, has rotated over to the A site. Very sneaky. 33 seconds left. He's going to try to plant. Gets the plant in. Gonna need to play a little aggressive here. Low health.
That's the best case scenario, right?
Yeah.
You get the plant with a slice of health and a 1v3.
Yeah. All right, Flash comes in. The question is, are they going to realize he's in... it doesn't matter anyways. Winner picked him up. It was coming. It was only a matter of time. Black Ice now up 4-0. Having a great start. Like I said, this is a defender-sided map, so any attacker-sided rounds from UpRyZe are going to be very good for them going into the second half of map number 3 here. But we're going into round number 5 here. Both teams have AKs, have some util. Black Ice definitely winning in the util department there. But we are getting into this next round here, and it's looking like it's going to be a B take, a nice and easy. No rushing, no aggression here. Explosion just, getting that mid control early. Afterthought actually able to listen to the footsteps. Might hear Explosion if he's not careful with how loud his footsteps are being, but you can actually hear the mid footsteps from this position, which is called Rusty. So, minute 20 left. Explosion just waiting above the dropper. A couple smoke grenades do go out, but nothing just yet. No engagements. Parl looking to see if he can find any tidbit of early damage here. Another smoke grenade does go out. Raid exchanging a bullet with Parl. Frag grenade.
A little bit of a poke and prodding here on this site, kind of feeling out each other as these utilities do come in. Some good smokes enable this full cross, it seems, as they're now sending it over to the other site, trying to throw off on the rotation here. An Explosion will go down. Winner does get a severe bit of damage under their health bar. That another smoke grenade coming in to block Winner off, and now the push coming into site.
Ooh, Afterthought gets a headshot on the Soviet Cobra. Sheer gets it onto Clouds and gets a second one onto Spitfire before getting traded out by Raid. And
oh my,
just like that, it all gets shut down by Black Ice. They are up 5-0 here, having a great time just like they did on Mirage.
See it in chat. 5-4 UpRyZe. If that's the case, they're going to need to get 4 rounds in a row here to make that happen. And not to say it's not possible, but definitely Black Ice running away with the first half so far. I mean, again, look at the kills. Still only 3 as the kill leader on UpRyZe. That's an indicator to me, even if a team is losing, that as long as they're still finding kills, they're fighting. They're getting cash in their pocket for those kills. But to not find any, it really hurts the economy and the momentum here as the push does come into B site.
Ooh, 3J gets taken out by Raid, and that's headshot box completely open. Look at this. Look how far Clouded is up. Parl, though, answers right back. Takes out Clouds and takes out Raid as well, and also gets Parl! Parl is popping off, and he's going to get the immediate defuse.
No.
Parl, the absolute MVP of the round. That was so hot. Oh, my God. Nothing else
Let's
can be
go
said.
back
Nothing.
and play the replays. That's what can be said. We can re-look at that awesome... oh, no. The replay froze. Well, we can look at the final kill scene. Hold on. We'll get it.
Oh my God, that was a sight to behold either way. Parl just shutting it down, getting Black Ice.
The quad.
Yeah, the quad. Yeah, he hit the quad.
Yeah.
I mean, he did so much nade damage. That was just Parl's work. He did everything by himself. That was it. Huge MVP there.
Sometimes you just need one defender on site, right? That's all it takes to hold down the entire thing. And, well, Parl's here ready and waiting for more action as another push is set up on B.
All right, a little flashbang comes out. A little counter flash. Parl waiting patiently with a nade in his hand, just listening for footsteps. Afterthought with the nade on the Explosion. Gets a great start there, and that's going to force the UpRyZe boys out of there. Clouds does throw a smoke grenade. Frag does fail. Afterthought going in for the push. Oh, he's getting hungry. Gets punished for it. Raid, he does take Raid's helmet off, but yeah, Afterthought getting a little hungry there. Feeling himself. They're up 6-0, so could that have screwed up the round? Maybe. We'll see. Raid and Clouded are both very low here. Parl get 1 kill. Can he make it a second?
Oh my.
Are we going to have a repeat of last round? Winner takes out Clouded, and now it's Soviet Cobra versus 4. Parl going to be pushing down, and Winner actually going to be the one to take him out. Black Ice up 7-0. When I said that this was their map, I meant it. This is their map, and they are showing it tonight in this final match. They are 3 rounds away from all having a star next to their name and putting a bow on this season.
It is looking good for them right now. Just 3 rounds from locking that in, and like you said, taking that bow home with them, and a bit of that prizing in as the pressure starts to mount now. As your UpRyZe, you know, on this team, you're staring down the barrel of a series loss, and Explosion doesn't seem to be too afraid. Is still sprinting in to the middle here, tossing utility and looking for something to happen for them up through the middle. As Afterthought shuts down the lone roamer, and the A site push now as the shift coming through may find some success. They managed to get the bomb down on this site, but here's Sheer completely fending off the entry.
All right, minute 10 left on the clock. The A-site push trying to still happen, but look at this. Afterthought does make his way through mid, but I think Explosion is kind of weary of a potential flank here, or doesn't matter. Afterthought takes his head off with an AK, but Afterthought gets traded out by Raid. They are trying to rotate, but Winner takes out Soviet Cobra, takes out another one, goes for the push. Can he find a third? He does. Winner just shutting it down. Doesn't matter. 8-0. Black Ice are feeling themselves right now.
Yeah.
UpRyZe needed to change something a few rounds ago, but ultimately, you know, Black Ice, like I said, they are showing that this is their map. 8-0. Scoreboard has shown itself, and this is the last round of the half. Winner is 11-1, by the way. Has only died once in what's going to be 9 rounds. Having a fantastic time.
No kidding. These players are playing loose on Black Ice's squad as they push in and get aggressive. Maybe that aggression will lead to a potential angle in for the squad.
Raid opening up with 2 well-placed headshots. We see Sheer whipping out the 50 for good measure. We'll see if he can make any sort of use of it, but the retake situation coming in, and now it's Sheer does swap to the AK, and they are going to be rotating out, and Sheer does hear this.
He knows there's one over there on that backside at site, though, and they're just going to completely drop off. No point in saving, though, right? And so the push likely to come in. There's the trade.
Headshots. So UpRyZe, they changed it up. They got their first round. And now the question is, are we going to see a 10-9 comeback, or are Black Ice going to finish it out? It's going to very much come down to this pistol round. Now, you laugh as I say that, but I have played a matchmaking game where literally I've been down 9-0 on T side, up to T side, and came back 10-9. I've seen it happen plenty of times.
Okay.
So.
Hey, I'd love to see it happen. I'd take a 4th map any day. I love good quality esports action with the best teams duking it out, and that's what we've had so far this afternoon. 2 of the best squads in VRML battling for a chance to get crowned first place in what has been a multiple week, sometimes 13, 14-week season that it's unfolded in Season 12 here, and it's a lot of work that leads to this moment.
All right, so we see Explosion getting the first shots of the round, taking out Winner, but Afterthought immediately answering back. Afterthought going to be that lone lurk over on the A site. Gets Spitfire's attention. And look at this. The rotate's coming in. All of UpRyZe are rotating in, and that's perfect. But Cloud's actually going to realize that, hey, something's afoot here, and maybe too little too late. Soviet Cobra takes that Afterthought, but Sheer is over on the B site, taking him out, and now it's a 3 versus 3. Oh, 3J getting hit up a little bit. Spitfire taking out Parl. And now it's a 3 versus 2. Spitfire now has a Tech 9, and he has Kevlar. Oh, it doesn't matter. Sheer swings. Oh, Sheer gets another one.
My goodness.
He is clicking heads tonight, but now it's a 1 versus 1, and it's not planted for Sheer either.
Sheer hears the defuse is pushed up. The knife comes out to lock in another round for the UpRyZe squad. And hey, that would be the way to start your comeback. A big knife round to clutch in a win. That's crazy to go for the knife.
Yeah.
Even in that moment, with the pressure on, your back's against the wall. You're looking at going to series point if you lose that one. And to find the knife kill, I think
it goes back to that mentality that I was talking about earlier. Of, you know what, whatever happens, I'm just here to play the game, and if you have that confidence, even when you're so far down, that's sometimes all you need to just get started up again. So Soviet Cobra clutching it up, and we're seeing the anti-eco round come out, but yeah, actually, Black Ice force buy here, and they go AK no armor. They just get cut down here. Not having armor against P90s, M4s, that's a hard fight to try to win there.
Yeah, it feels like they are kind of maybe just setting up for future rounds that they're going to invest a little bit more focus into, trying to get their economy in the right spot first, off of some consecutive losses. Maybe, try some aggressive stuff, see if it works as kind of a Hail Mary. If they had just been lucky and caught a couple of headshots, suddenly they have B site under control off of a fast sprint in. It's maybe worth the risk because they have such a sizable 8-2 lead right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a gamble, that's for sure, and they are going to be forced to save next round unless they make something happen here. But I think Winner's just going to try to save this AK, and we are going to be seeing another round go to UpRyZe here. I mean, they just shut down the push immediately, and that was that. I mean, I think Soviet Cobra was the lone person that had a UMP and got 2 or 3 kills with it. So yeah, he made a lot of. You can see his money compared to everybody else. He's got 2,200, and off that round win, he's going to be well over 5K.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty comfortable spot to push into the next round with all the utility that you could look forward to enable those kinds of maneuvers that we've seen work very well for Black Ice. I mean, they're coordinated. They are very good at throwing that utility. And so when it's in their hands, when they have that extra cash to buy into it, it's just another threat coming UpRyZe's way that maybe they're not necessarily going to be ready for. But I don't know. 1 AK, is that going to be enough to get what they need? I mean, this is another eco round for Black Ice. Like I said, it kind of feels like they're just stacking that loss bonus until they have enough cash to buy what they want.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they have the rounds to play with it. I mean, because if they keep losing, all right, they keep earning more money. But if they win, then they put themselves in a good position. So there's way less risk when you're this far up to just force buying over and over and over again. I mean, granted, you could just save the economy and just, save one round and then have a good buy for the next round or try to secure that 9-3. But hey, if you could get a couple lucky picks with an AK, why not why not try to make it happen? Spitfire, I don't even. Oh, it doesn't matter. Parl does get the trade on Spitfire. Clouded takes out Sheer. Explosion takes out 3J.
Great flash on the Parl. The Parl still finds the kill.
And the bomb.
That's a 2v3.
He is stuck on site though, but these two players, Cobra and Clouds, will have to. Oh, Raid picks out Afterthought with a nice headshot. Oh, Parl does get the kill. He makes that AK shorty work. I mean, it is an SMG, but it's kind of like a hybrid assault rifle. It's weaker against armor, but it doesn't have any damage fall off, so it could 2-tap to the face at no matter range, no matter what range you're at. So I really find it to be kind of a hybrid assault rifle SMG. So Parl put it to work.
How many rounds do you kind of let go like that before you do start to worry about your lead? It's 8-4. Points are going quickly into UpRyZe's hands. This lead is getting chipped away at. I guess now is the time where they're really going to try and lock it in, as we do see everything coming out from them, the full rifles, the full utility kit. This is going to be their focused effort on trying to get that 9-4.
Right. So they were up 8-2. So if they lose this round, they'll be at 3-round loss bonus. So they could try to buy again, but they have full investment into this. So it would almost be wiser if they really just just save the next round if they lose this one and then go from there. Oh, here comes a frag. Oh, Winner just barely dodges it, but actually takes a lot of damage off of that. Spitfire, though, does get the kill on the Winner with the LMG. Don't see it too much. Oh, and Spitfire getting another one out of the corner, just playing it really slow.
Definitely right back into this one. UpRyZe have control as a trade there. Puts it into a 1v3, and 3J Rock is going to have to pick up a big multi-kill. They cannot, as everyone has full HP and armor, and it is going to be another round into UpRyZe's hands. That lead now down to just 3 points, but still only 2 points away from taking the entire victory of the Season 12 finals. So, it's weighing, again, your sort of risk rewards, like you said, and because they again get that consecutive loss bonus, we are seeing again another full buy, a little less utility coming through, but at least rifles into the hands of the entire team.
Right, and I think too this might be the round where Black Ice tries to feign a rotate out from UpRyZe. If they got him to over rotate on pistol, but actually Clouded and Afterthought wind up trading. Winner trying to go for some util here. Uh-oh, there comes a Nick. They dodge it, though. Look at that. Sheer and Parl just opening it up. 4 versus 2. 3 versus 1 now. Spitfire with an LMG and a Dream still over on the other site. The only bad part, the only bad part about the LMG is that when you're aiming down sights with it, your strafe speed is actually significantly slower. So your movement goes down, but it kills faster than an M4. So that's kind of the trade-off you get here. But Spitfire, he's got clips, he's got util, could make it happen.
A LMG and a Dream, like you said, as the utility does come out. That nade almost hits themselves. As Winner now springs out and will trade down 1 for 1 to get themselves that 9th point and are now just 1 round away from taking the Season 12 finals. We're battling out here on the 3rd map if you are just tuning in this best of 5. And so if UpRyZe can win this 3rd map, we will go on to a 4th and potentially 5th. But if not, Black Ice will have taken 3 maps in a row to lock in their full series win. And it is this point that decides if they will take that full series win. Another full buy for Black Ice off of a solid win, full utility coming in, and another A-site push seems to be in play.
You got to wonder the mentality of both these teams right now. You know, Black Ice, they're so close to try not to freak out. Explosion does take out Afterthought right from the beginning. And it's going to go unscathed as well, which is not going to be a good start for Black Ice, but a great start for UpRyZe nevertheless. Sheer kind of just getting some attention over towards B, but like I said, you got to wonder the mentality of both these teams. Are they both freaking out? You know, one team is away from becoming season champions. The other one's on the brink of, you know, losing. Explosion takes out Winner, though. Still keeping it cool, calm, and collected. Sheer looking for the flank. Explosion could wrap all the way around A long, though, so potentially the A long players are looking for that. And I think Parl is attentive to that. I wonder if he gets spotted there. He might actually be sticking his gun out. It doesn't matter, though. Parl able to get the kill. 3 versus 3. 3J gets the free kill onto Spitfire and still has radio control. So now it's up to Raid and Cobra to either try to retake this. And just like that, Raid gets taken out by 3J, who's going to be the one to put the nail in the coffin. And Black Ice are your Season 12 Pavlov VRML champions. Just like that.
10-5, map number 3. Impressive to see come through, and congratulations to the Black Ice squad as they are crowned our Season 12 champions. What a battle that we tuned into here this afternoon, and ultimately a long, hard-fought road, Yellow Hat, to get here for both of these teams. Hats off to both squads for putting on a great showing. UpRyZe, a fantastic fight here this afternoon. Happy that we got to jump in and catch this on a Sunday night. Happy that everyone stopped in to catch the action, and a big shout out to everybody that is hanging out here in the YouTube chat. We really do appreciate your support. It means a lot. We love to see your faces here hanging out and enjoying the action, and we're hopeful to bring more of this content to you in Season 13. So keep the eyes peeled on this YouTube channel and maybe the Twitch channel again for more VRML action in the future. But let's summarize this series, Yellow Hat. Your thoughts overall on a 10-5 Black Ice victory?
I mean, honestly, you know, I mean, this is Black Ice's map. You saw that on CT side, right? But I mean, UpRyZe, they, you know, even in the face of defeat, almost, you know, they're starting to bring it back, and it started to look like they were getting their mojo and everything. And you know, it could have been a comeback, but ultimately, I think Black Ice, you know, they just, you know, they regrouped, they refocused, and they said, all right, let's slow it down. Let's just, you know, keep it cool, calm, and collected. And ultimately, that took them to victory on Stahlbrecher there.
A stellar series to tune into again, and a shout out to anybody watching back the VOD. If you are catching this, we appreciate you reliving what has been a fantastic series, and ultimately a pretty lengthy one here. A good, well, not, I guess, yeah, about 2 hours of good quality Pavlov VRML gameplay. One last shout out to our sponsors, HyperX. Use code HXVRML23 at checkout for a discount, and ProTube. Use code ILOVEVRML at checkout for a discount. We appreciate their support. And that's going to be it for us here on the desk. My name has been Nightfire with 2 E's, my co-caster, Yellow Hat. We will see you next season, but until then, stay classy. blah. VRML is brought to you by HyperX, ProTube VR, VR Cover. Thanks for watching VRML.